justice without burning bridges. If you've been injured on someone else's property, contact Watermark Keith. It's more to us. It's personal.
We have traveled back up Signal Mountain this morning. Can you tell where we are? We're once again in the beautiful lobby of Ascension Living Alexian Village on the mountain, talking with Amber Bean, Jennifer West about the health and rehab center that they have here. So good to see you both.
Likewise.
The Health and Rehab Center itself is a very active, thriving place. So it was easier for us to have our conversation in the quiet of the lobby than where all the people are working this morning. But you see people there, Jennifer, from all over the viewing area, regardless of their health need. If they're needing any type of a rehab situation, you are there to provide for them. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
So what kind of people are you, like what kind of patients are you caring for?
We offer all kinds of services at Alexian Village of Tennessee. We offer short-term rehab as well as long-term care. We have therapists that offer physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have 24-hour round-the-clock nursing care, basically to meet the patient's needs coming from the hospital for a short-term stay to get their rehab, meet their goals, get back to where they need to be to go back home.
So you are the liaison. You work between the rehab center here and the hospitals in town to help patients get where they want to be. You mentioned a word though, short-term stay. So people might be here for a week, they might be here for 6 weeks, but when you come to Alexian Village and Ascension Living, you're not ever going to be a visitor, and that's where Amber comes into play, because your job is as the activities director. You get people feeling like part of the family from day one.
I do. I tell people I have the best job in the world. So when people come here, they don't always know how long it's going to be. They don't know if they're going to have a lot of family with them or visitors with them. We just try to meet everybody where they are and make sure they have whatever they need to just feel at home. You know, whether they need a tablet or technology to make face-to-face phone calls with family or friends, whether it's art projects or things for family members to play with, whether it's having clergy come by and having, you know, spiritual support, whether it's a musical performer or maybe just time out in a garden. We have beautiful gardens here.
You do have that beautiful space, and so if people want to get some fresh air, you can help them get out there to enjoy it. Your job, Jennifer, as the liaison is really important because you're coming into those hospital rooms at a time when people have gone through usually something fairly traumatic, and family and the patient themselves are trying to make the best decision. So does the healthcare worker at the hospital call you in? Does the family call you in directly?
Typically, the case manager at the hospital will notify me, and I'm kind of like the middleman between the hospital and our health and rehab center. I meet with the families, I talk to them, I meet with the potential residents, and communicate with the hospital to make that smooth transition from the hospital to the health and rehab center, answer any questions they might have about this process, because it can be overwhelming.
I guess that when people come here, like you were saying, everyone's case is different, and you want to treat them as the individuals that they are. But let's say you've got a married couple and one of them has something that is a health scare, and they come here for rehab and realize that maybe going home is not the best idea. There is that continuum of care here, so can they try to find their way into an apartment and move?
Yes, definitely. So that's one of the benefits of Alexian Village of Tennessee, is since we are a continuing care retirement community, we offer independent living, assisted living, memory support, as well as short-term rehab and long-term care.
I wish you could have heard it when we came walking in this morning. It was like a party or a concert going on, because the activities director here for Alexian is this classically trained pianist, and he was at the piano tickling the ivories.
Phenomenal.
People were up in the library. He finished and they reached over above the railing and called out, "More, play more." It's a very active, vibrant, happy place here.
It is, and beautiful. Just a beautiful facility.
So does it matter on the practical side of things from an insurance perspective? If somebody is in this situation, do they need to clear it with their insurance company? Will you do that? How does that work?
We verify all of their benefits, make sure that is all taken care of on the front end,
and go from
Yeah.
there. It's a lot. It's a difficult conversation. I've had experience in my family before with somebody distantly related where they didn't know they had had a stroke, and they didn't know to go from the hospital into the care like you can find here, and they went home first and then realized, oops, I want to go, and they were able to go, but it's a different type of payment. So you really want to listen to the experts when they're coming and knocking on that door in the hospital setting, because you do have people's best interests at heart.
Yes, that's what we're here for.
Do you have a favorite activity that you do, Amber?
Oh gosh, there's so many, but I have to say that designating time just for one-on-one visits, going to residence rooms and just being able to have a cup of tea, talk, visit are some of the most powerful time we get to spend with people. We have people here that it takes everything they have to focus on the therapy that they're getting. They're getting occupational therapy, speech therapy, and physical therapy. In between that, resting and recouping with the hope to go home. So to just be able to come in and meet people at bedside where they are, help them to laugh, help them to be engaged in something fun, even just for 30 minutes makes a big difference.
Well, here's where you can reach out to them if you find yourself or perhaps someone you know who is in need of this. It's never too late to give them a call. There's their phone number and the website on your screen. Thank you both.
These beautiful flowers are being delivered to patients